Welcome to Real Life with Jenny. My name's Jenny Sanaparatna. Grab your favorite drink, get yourself a snack, and we will get started. Today I have vanilla caramel black tea. Now this is a tea that I actually go to when I'm looking for a little bit of something different. It's not my favorite, but it's not a bad one. So vanilla caramel black tea. And if you did not know, my husband is on TikTok, which has been a unique journey for all of us, in my personal opinion. Maybe more for me than him. Like, he is loving this. And he started something called Senna Samples, because we're the Senna Padaratnas, right? And on there, he did the birthday cake covered pretzels. So they're like vanilla covered pretzels that smell like birthday cake. They do not taste like birthday cake, but I do love a good pretzel. Like, put it in chocolate, whatever. It doesn't matter. I just love a good pretzel. So those are my snacks. That is my promo for my husband's TikTok. Kevin Sanaparatna at TikTok. So find him. It's actually quite hilarious. I laugh every time. I'm not always in them, which I think is okay. My daughter does them with him, and I think they are I sit on the couch and just laugh because it is so hilarious because the two of them, because it's not fake. It is so like gross or wonderful, and they're so picky when they come to food, and it makes me feel better about myself because I really try to like keep variety in our food, and they are not variety people. They really like the same thing all the time. Anyway, that actually leads into what I want to talk about. So I'm going to say it now. Let's get real. We, in our family, we are very consistent. So last week I talked about friendships and friendships that are bring kind of life and vigor into new things into your life. And you may have left that feeling the same way I did. Like, yeah, that's true. But I also have like different kinds of friends. And I left that podcast going, it is true. It's true. I want those friends that are going to push me outside my boundaries, and they're going to sharpen. My daughter and I have been talking about friends that sharpen you, because the 5 people that you spend the most time with, they say, are who you're going to become. And so I often look at my friends and go, do I want to become them? Like, is that something that I want to do? And so I really kind of wanted to talk about those people. Now, I have one girlfriend in my life. I have a couple, but I have one that is, I would call consistent. Like, she is consistent, and I do not have to predict what's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I know we're going to laugh. I know we're going to cry. And I know we're going to meet at the same place every single time we meet. We actually text each other and say, hey, do you want to meet this day? Okay, this time, but never where we're meeting, because we always meet in the same place. In fact, last time I think I might have been a little early, and I was sitting in the car going, wait, is this the right place? Are we meeting somewhere else? And I had to go back to my text messages. And no, we never even mentioned where we were going to meet. That is just where we meet. And I love that consistency. Like, there is just a strength in having a consistent friend and having a consistent thing in your life. When you look at the Lord, yes, he is flexible and he pushes you outside your boundaries, but the Bible says, and when you read through the Bible, he is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Like, there is no change in who he is. Like, he is a consistent God, which is so important. Like, to have someone that you can rely on and know that they're going to be there all the time and they're not going to let you down is something that is really hard to find. It really is. It's extremely hard to find. And the Lord is one of those. Like, he is not going to leave because it got hard. Now, you take Jenny and you're like, hey, let's go for a wilderness hike. You're going to lose me. Like, there's going to be a certain point that I'm going to be like, yep, I'm done. Like, see you later. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Let's just be like real. Like, I'm not going on a 20-mile hike with you. It is just not happening. I am not consistent enough for that. But the Lord doesn't leave you when it gets hard. He is always there, and I love that. And so I wanted to come on and talk a little bit about the idea of friendship. I kind of talked about it last week, and it's was a little more glorified. Let's be honest. Because friendship in high school was just, I look back and I go, wow, wow. How crazy was that? The things we did, the things we said, well, how open I was. I was like, here's all my worries, here's all my problems. Am I like that now? No, not at all. Like, I am a very open book with closed pages. Like, with like pages that are glued together. Like, really. I mean, my whole thing is being as authentic as possible, and I really try to be authentic. But there are just some things that I don't necessarily openly talk about. And so friendship, I feel like, changes over the years. I talk to my daughter a lot about seasonal friendships, and I have been through some ups and downs in friendships. Like, there have been many times that I just feel very alone. And I'm sure that some of you are maybe in that season. And that is a really difficult season. It is a season that everything flopped and you're like, what just happened? You can lose friends and you don't even know why. Like, there was a season where I had this really kind of fun, loving group of friends. I don't know that we were confidants. Like, there's a difference, right? There's like friends, there's casual acquaintances that you'll go out with that make you laugh and giggle. And then there's other people that you like confide in and really like are, deep, maybe. I don't know. I guess I'm deep with people. I don't. Well, anyway, I had this really kind of loosey-goosey group of friends, and we'd kind of just get together and hang out. And one of them I kind of got in a tiff with. I don't know if it was a tiff. I'm not even 100% sure what happened. I'll be completely honest. I don't really know what I did wrong. Except that they invited me to a party, and the party was going to be a party full of alcohol. And I am not a drinker. That is not something that I have ever done, probably will ever do. It's not something that I just don't drink. And I don't like to be around in a party where people drink. That's just not something I'm super comfortable with. So I said I wouldn't come. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm good. You guys have this party. Have a good time. And I never heard from them again. Like, that was it. That whole friendship group shut down. And it was really a very painful experience because I was like, what did I do? Like, I just kind of didn't want to be involved when everybody would be doing things I wasn't super comfortable with. And it was a really hard thing for me. I have to be honest with you. I would go out when I worked at the school, and we'd go somewhere and a bunch of people would drink, and that was fine. But I got tormented a lot. Like, people were really mean to me because I didn't drink, and I'd have a Coca-Cola and they'd be like, what are you doing, you loser? And so I just didn't want to go down that path again. I just didn't want to be in a situation that I felt like I was less than because I'd made a different decision. So I lost that whole friend group. Like, it was just gone, and it was really hurtful. So you can be in a season where all of a sudden all like the fun-loving people are gone. And you're going, how did this happen? A friend will move away. I've had that many times. Every time I get close to someone, they're like, you know what? We're going to move. And I'm like, of course you are. Yep, I just started relying on you. We kind of broke through that barrier that you have as friends, for a while, where all of a sudden then you really trust them and then they move away. And it was person after person after person. I was like, at one point, one of my girlfriends I have now, we've been friends for like 15, 16 years. And we got kind of to that point and I was like, don't move. And she was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, we're now at the point that all my friends move. Like, I trust you. I like you. We're consistent. Like, it is just, we have hit that spot and you're now going to move. Because relationships are hard. They do not come like they used to when you'd go to the playground and you'd be like, hey, do you want to be my friend? Yeah. Do you like to swing? Yeah. Okay, we've got something in common. Like, that is so hard as an adult to find more than just casual friendships. And not that I knock a casual friendship. I love my casual friends. They keep me on my toes. They are super fun. They will make comments. And the ones that you get to see like once or twice a year, hello, You know I love you because you are one of my faves. Like, just keep life going. But there is something that is very difficult as an adult to find a consistent friend. And about 16 years ago, my daughter was getting, she must have been about 2, and you're in that stage of your life's crazy because you have a toddler, and every house you go to, they destroy. And you're just going, I have no friends. And I said to Kev, I said, I have no friends. And he's like, well, don't I count? I'm like, no, you don't count. Like, you are my friend. I love you, but I need more than just you. Like, that is what I felt. And I prayed. I honestly went to the Lord and I'm like, Lord, I need friends. Like, I need friends. And I have, over the last 15 to 18 years, I have consistently been meeting with people and putting myself out there. And it is so hard. It is so hard. It is, you meet with people and you're like, this is amazing. Like, I want to be their best friend. And they are like, yeah, I'm good. Like, they never say that. Like, they never say like, oh, yep, you don't fit me. But they never let you meet them again. So yeah, there's a lot of rejection in relationships and it's really difficult. But I just encourage you that if you are feeling right now like you have no friends, bring it to the ultimate friend. Bring it to the Lord and ask him who you should start like reaching out to, working with at church. A lot of my friends I actually met at church, and that is such a valuable thing. To have that. I mean, actually, when I was volunteering, like those ladies that I worked with were, oh my goodness. I miss them because I don't volunteer anymore because I'm on the road. But I miss that. And it just gave us a point to see each other every single week, which we don't often have. We don't often have that set aside time with a girlfriend once a week, and it gave me that. And so I encourage you, if you don't have any friends, get involved at church. I know that sounds really weird and probably like you're like, I have too much church hurt to do that. But there are some really easy places to volunteer and just be part of something. And that's one of my encouragements. But my second one is reach out to someone that you've always kind of wanted to be friends with. I remember my daughter in 7th grade. She came home. She was going to the school. She had a couple girlfriends that she really liked. But there was this group of girls that she was like, Mom, I really like them. Like, I want to be their friend. And I was like, okay. She's like, but they're a really tight-knit group. I'm never going to get in. And I'm like, you know what? Why don't we just pray about it? And you just, every opportunity you have, you spend time with them. And so now she's a senior. That was 7th grade. Now 3 of them are some of her closest friends that she's ever had. And it took a long time. She had to be patient. She had to keep going after them. And people kind of want to be pursued. Like, it is something you want people to want to be your friend. I don't have a lot of those people in my life. I don't have a lot of people that are like, Jenny, we want to be your friend. I don't have a lot of that. But wouldn't that be fun? Like, wouldn't it be fun if someone came and said, hey, you know what? I've always admired, is there any way we could go out for coffee? And I've never had anybody say no. Well, maybe I have. Okay, let's take that back. I have had somebody say no. And I was like, okay, hurtful, move on. Like, it's okay. No is okay. Remember my year of no? Like, no is okay. But why not try it? Why not try it? Like, it really is so valuable. And the girlfriends that I have right now are because I have made time for them. I have made sure that I've prayed for them, whether probably not with them, but for them. I have given up time with my family to be with them because they are valuable to me. Friendship is something to be valued. And so I just encourage you, go out and make a friend. I know it's hard and it takes a long time because you know what? I still have a girlfriend that I've been going out with for, I'm not going to tell you how long. And every time I come home, I'm like, yeah, I don't think she likes me. Every time. My husband was like, how'd it go? Yeah, I don't think she likes me. Because I'm like, I love her. Like, I just think she's one of the bee's knees. Like, she is just amazing. But every time I go out with her, I think she just tolerates me. Which, you know what? I'm fine. Tolerate me and let me keep going out with you because you're enjoyable. It takes time. Relationships take a long time to have that built trust. It doesn't happen overnight. You don't meet with someone right away and everything clicks. You know, the old, like, love at first sight kind of thing. We kind of put that into friendships, and that's just not the way it is. Friendships have to be cultivated, there's a lot of work that goes into them. And I just encourage you, if you want friends, no, you have to put some work in. Like, it is not something that just happens overnight. And there are people in your life that you don't see for a long period of time, and when you see them, it just all happens again. And then there's others that when they leave, you have to start all over. And when you see them again, it's not a boom, everything's back to normal. You really have to continue to cultivate that. So, but I encourage you, friendships are worth it. And know that even in the midst of the lonely times in my life, in the times that I felt completely alone, the one that has been consistent in my life is the Lord. He has been consistent. He has never left me, nor he will ever forsake me. He will not walk away from me because I've messed up. And I mess up a lot. I've lost a lot of friends because of mistakes that I have made, that they have made, whatever. But the Lord has never left. So if you're feeling lonely right now, I just encourage you to reach out to the Lord, that he would be your friend, and that he would bring friends alongside of you and give you creative ways to find them, and be patient with yourself, knowing that it takes time. It takes time, guys. Well, that's all I have for you this week. I know friendships are something that we're like, look, I don't know, Jenny, this is a bad topic. And you know what? It's a very difficult topic, but it's something that we need to go after. Because friends bring something that just life. They bring life to me. And sometimes I leave and I'm like, oh, I feel so bad for them because they've got so much going on in life. And then other times I just feel so uplifted. It is such an amazing opportunity to connect with people. And that's what God made us for. God made us to connect with one another. And so let's do that, guys. You can find me on Facebook and on Instagram on Real Life with Jenny. You can also support this podcast by going to buymeacoffee.com/Real Life with Jenny. It's in the notes if you want to kind of get a link to donate. That would be fabulous. I'd really appreciate that. You can also find me at christconnection.cc/Jenny. All of my info is there. You guys, this week, I just encourage you to look around and say, who do I want to be friends with? Who do I want to take to the next level? Who do I just want to say, hey, let's go out for coffee and see how it goes? You don't need to be like, okay, so I'm looking for a best friend. Like, you don't need to do that. You can be like, hey, guy, I just would really like to get to know you a little bit more. And that is just fine. And you know what? You never know what God will do from there. You all have a great week.